So this class is to show you how you can make 100 pages of book, 100 plus pages of book within 2 to 3 hours, like I said to you. I'm just going to make the introduction, the introduction, then only one chapter. You will know how to do the rest, and probably the conclusion. Then let's get started with it, then we'll proceed to the other classes in the next of the videos. So this is just how to create your book content, and I believe you can do the rest. Oh, using these strategies, you can even use it to get a book description and your keywords also. Okay, so let's get this started. The first thing you'll need to do is to I'm already in ChatGPT. Okay, let me cancel this. First thing you need to do is come to ChatGPT. Come to ChatGPT. Okay, use the first link. This one with OpenAI. Use it. Okay. So you're already here. You just try the OpenAI and make sure you have your MS Word ready for it, because this is where you paste all your all your content after you've gotten it from ChatGPT. So when to get started, you are already in the dashboard. Let's assume you have a title, because before you start you should be able to know the genre, you should be able to know the title of your book and subtitle as well. Then what you should be able to make your book research, and know and come to a conclusion what type of book you want before you come here for the ChatGPT to do the rest for you. So let's get started. Let me choose any random topic. Okay. What should I? Let me just use psychology as to create a book. Let me create a book on psychology. Right. So what I'll do is I will tell ChatGPT, I will command ChatGPT to write a complete, let's say, write a 20 chapter. Okay, this is the command I gave ChatGPT to write a 20 chapter book on psychology. Okay, you can as well highlight it to get the command. I'm having a serious network issue in this my location, so you bear with me on this, because network is one of the challenges I'm having at the moment. So let's just get it started. So it's done giving us this. Please don't copy this psychology. I'm just giving you hints on how to go about your topic, okay? Your topic or subtopic, anyone wants it. So this is it. One, it has given me 20 chapters. Let's say any book I want to write now, it has given me 20 chapters of it. I can just easily copy it. I can copy it, Ctrl C. If you're using your phone, you know how to copy it, and Ctrl V. Nah, this is not good enough. Okay, okay, so this is it. This is what I wanted. So it has given me 20 chapters here. It has given me 20 chapters, right? So now it's time to start formatting my book. Number one is even introduction to psychology. So let's say this is the introduction to your book. I can just open that Word document for you. Okay, I've created another Word document. So now it's time to start getting the content of my book, but I'll start with the introduction like I first stated. Introduction to psychology. So ChatGPT but don't give you as much details as much details you want in the book. You have to command it to give you much details. Okay, then you just tell ChatGPT that maybe you want 2,000 or 5,000 word, 2,000 word, right, right about introduction to psychology. In 2,000 word, write about an write an introduction. Okay, anyhow I want to put it, please. I'm not in the right mood to listen. Write about introduction to psychology. Network. Please be patient with me. The network is so bad here. I actually travel down, so I'm not in my usual location. So let's just see what it gives us, and even with the minimum time being wasted, I believe you can have something tangible here to write about. Okay, so so now it's giving us a full introduction about psychology. So one of the things that makes your book more interesting is the ability to have a wide explanation, a very broad explanation to what you actually writing about. So that's one of the things that make your book more interesting. But as an author again, you need to make sure you go through the content the AI is writing, because yeah, it's liable to make mistakes. So you have to go through it. I didn't say read everything, but at least have a you should be able to, you want to make money from it, you want other people to benefit from the books, from your book, you have to at least go through it to avoid bad review, because that is one thing we are against in Amazon KDP. We are against bad review of a book. Immediately your book have a bad review, man, you hardly sell that book. I am a testimony to that. I have a bad review on one of my book, and the book hasn't been selling since the day I got that review. So make sure you go through it, okay? This introduction is even more than enough. So I can just copy this up. This for the introduction, okay? And in my new Word document, I can just paste it. So this is the introduction. If in case you should know book formatting, I'm just here to teach you how to get content for your book. So you should know book formatting by now because it's in your course. Okay, so it's in your course how to use this heading one, heading two, title and everything. So you should know all that. Um, so we'll come back to this first heading. This chapter 2 should be your chapter 1. If anyhow you want to do, but to me I prefer introduction to be separate. Then chapter 2 I will start from my chapter 1. I can just come to the new Word document and paste chapter 1. Chapter 1. After this chapter 1, I'm leaving the rest to you. So please concentrate on this. Chapter 1, the history of psychology. This is my chapter 1. I will come to ChatGPT, write about, okay, in 2001 write about the history of psychology. I can just command notes. You can command ChatGPT to even give you subtopics to every chapter you're writing. You just have to tell it to, in 2000 words, write a subtopic about the history of psychology, or you can just remove this in 2000 words. Just say write this a complete subtopic about the history of psychology. You can still make it that way. Still, it will still give you your answer. But now let's just make this class a straight and direct one because I'm not having much time. If I record this video to be long, I won't be able to post it because it will be so much. And I'm like I said, I traveled, I don't have much network here, so I'm just doing this for you guys. Okay. Still writing. So it's done. Okay, just copy this. But for some people, this content won't be enough for them. Yeah, even me, the content is not usually enough for me, and I want to expand it. I want to expand it. So let me paste this one first. Let me keep this one first. Then my chapter one will be here. This is my chapter one. Okay. So to command ChatGPT to write about a subtopic to you, you can just tell it to. You can come to this edit and tell this ChatGPT to write a subtopic. So it will still give you these answers. It will still give you everything. You can tell ChatGPT to write a story about two people and to giving it a name and everything to still do the same thing for you. Is that good? Okay, is that good? So if there is one thing you have to note is you have to be creative when asking question. When asking this question, to give you all the things you need, but be creative in asking questions, please. Okay, be very very creative. I don't like adding this conclusion. I don't like adding this last paragraph to any book I'm writing because I'll still write a conclusion for the book. So what I do is I normally just copy this. I normally just copy this and I will decide if I want this first paragraph it gave me, if I want this first explanation it gave me. If I don't want this, I just delete it. Then I paste this one it gave me with so many subtopics. I just paste it. Okay, I paste it. Remember, remember to keep it this way. Reduce the font. It depends on your setting. I didn't set mine. Okay, it depends on your settings. So I'll still. Okay, let's assume it has given me all this. It's too short for one chapter now. So I want to write a complete, let me say at least I want to write each one page on each of these subtopics. I can copy this. Once I copy this, I will just come to ChatGPT again and just write in 2000 or 5000 or 10,000, now you want to do it in 2000 words. Write about write about the ancient truth of psychology in 2000 words, right? So let's give it a try like this. Note all these things I'm doing, you can do them in your phone. You can do, in fact, it's even kind of like faster on phone. I don't know, but I use phone and it's faster because how it depends on how good your phone is though. But that is for those using phone for KDP. For those using system, you can use your system. You have a broad explanation of what you are doing. So and to avoid distraction, so you also use system. That is for those who have system. So if you can check, it gave us many out of what we actually requested for. Here just give us just 4 lines and it's done. While I asked it to expand more on that and it has given me, if I'm not mistaken, more than 1 page already. It has given me more than enough of what I need. I can just copy this. Like I said, I don't like copying this conclusion. Okay, I don't like copying it. But if you want to copy it, let me show you what to do. If you want to copy it, let's say okay, it's done, and okay, this, then you paste it. Mm. So it has given more than a page, way more than a page. If you can see, this is one. So instead of the 4 lines it gave me the other time, it gave me more than a page. So this is the same thing you will do with this number 2. Okay, this is the same thing you do. Like I said, I'm having a network issue. I cannot consider doing this. Okay, so this is the same thing you do with number 2, number 3. In this behaviorism, it can give you some tiers. So you can just write in 2,000 words, write about behaviorism in psychology. Okay, you can tell it that and you to give you what you need. So this is it for now. This is chapter 1. Let's say you are done. After you're done with this chapter 1, you wrote up to this 7. Okay, you can just, no need to write conclusion. You can write conclusion at the end of your book. So this is it. So when you are done, you can come back to this and talk about chapter 2, which is the method of psychological research. Chapter 3, that is the brain and the nervous system. Chapter 4, the sensation and perception. This is how you follow it step by step with subtopic and everything. Then note, you can tell it to write you a story about two people or about two doctors. This is psychology. You can tell it to write a story about two doctors, okay? Two doctors, or anyhow you want to put it, it will give you a very, very good and captivating story also. This is why ChatGPT is so good, to give you a good and very, very captivating story about those two doctors and how they were able to cure. Look, anyhow you want to put it, ChatGPT will give you all what you need. So let's write about, okay, we've written introduction, we've written the note already, that is the book. Then maybe you want to write a conclusion. You still come back the same thing here and tell ChatGPT to, in 2000 word, I like it in 2000, you can expand yours, write a conclusion. Okay, to give a very, very wide conclusion also, more than even enough. Okay, it's not writing the conclusion. It's not writing. What I say I will need to show you there is that I like excluding the conclusion whatever I'm writing, okay? But if you must put it, then you must remove this conclusion here at the last paragraph, at the last paragraph of it. Then you save it this way, okay? So no need for that other conclusion. So let's say you are done writing your book and conclusion is the last thing you write, okay? You can just conclusion by book. These are for people that like adding conclusion. Not be every book that they add conclusion. So you just come to ChatGPT and copy this. You paste it. So it has given you the conclusion. But to make your book professional, this is the conclusion. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, please. So this will make your book more professional. And this one too doesn't matter. So now we've gotten a full book. With this strategy I've shown you, you can write a complete book. You can write complete 20 chapters within 2 to 3 hours if you have a very good network. Okay, you can write complete 20 chapters in 20 hours. Okay, the chapter 20 gave us conclusion and future directions in psychology. Still the same thing with what I told ChatGPT to write for me. So once you have all this, you are all okay. Okay, so let's say you want to publish your book. The 7 back-end keywords in your book. If you don't know how to write it, you can just simply ask ChatGPT to give you a tangible keyword. So these are the keywords you should target on. And when you tell it to write a book description for you with all these profitable keywords, it will do the same things for you. It will do everything like it to add this. So if your book, if somebody is looking for a book on Amazon with brain functions, your book already have this keyword, so your book might appear there. If your book have consciousness and awareness, the same thing, psychological testing, physical psychology, trauma. So when you tell ChatGPT to write a book description for you with all these keywords, okay, you can tell me write a book description for me with all the profitable keywords. For my book titled Psychology, it will add most of this, like to add most of it. Okay, so this is it for now, and I will record a class on how to write a book description using ChatGPT. But note please, make sure, one thing I observe these days is that people just use ChatGPT without paraphrasing what the BOT gives to them, and it's very unfortunate that you allow yourself to do it. Amazon will block you. You cannot avoid being blocked if you are in this category of people, because you don't expect not to see plagiarism or anything now. So Amazon will block once they find any error. So in order to avoid plagiarism or someone's book, maybe someone already write this book before using this BOT and it gives it the same answer. You cannot avoid it by uh, paraphrasing it, which I gave you guys a directive of paraphrasing using the BOT that I gave to you guys. Which, where is it? Quillbot cracked. Yeah, I believe most of you have it in your extensions. I sent the directions for you guys sometimes back. So you people should be able to have this Quillbot cracked. How to paraphrase using Quillbot network. Okay, you already have a Quillbot, and if you check Quillbot, the premium for Quillbot is it should be 50 dollar per year or so. Yeah, this is the premium for Cobalt. Okay, I already have the premium for it. Let me do what it asks. Network is still loading. Let me allow this thing to finish loading, so we'll work with it. Okay, the annual charge for Cobalt is $49.9, which if you want to do for 6 months is 39.9. That is $40 premium, while monthly is around $10 or so. But I'm giving you this for free, like it's for free. If you don't know how to get a Quillbot hacked account, just hit me up. I will tell you what to do. If you can see, this is hacked and I have it here, Quillbot Premium. First thing you will do after ChatGPT gave you everything here is to please do this chapter by chapter so you don't scatter your work. Okay, let's say this is the introduction. You just copy it, come to Quillbot. It's an AI, is bound to make mistakes, so you can check for grammar errors here. You can check for grammar errors. Just paste it here. That is your introduction. Like I say, it's bound to make mistakes, and there are 8 errors already. So you check and fix all errors. Then you paraphrase. Please do this for all chapters one by one, one by one. So immediately you do this, you can just create another tab. Just create another tab and copy. Then you just introduction. So this is your final. You can then save this as a final copy for your book. For those using laptop, if you have a good battery life, you don't need to save the other ones. Okay, for those using desktop, you have to save it so you don't lose your work. Anyhow you want it. Too much space, you should also reduce too much space in your book. I believe in your course is there, so avoid too much space in your book. Do this for all chapters, please. All chapters, everything. Okay, this is your final introduction. This is your introduction final. Then the last thing I will tell you here is, after you are done, before you start book formatting or anything, make sure you your book is this way, please make sure it's this way. Then page layout, you know that already. You should know your page layout and everything. I don't need to start doing page layout for everybody again. You should know what your page layout should be. If you don't know what it is, the figures there, if you don't know what it is, go back to your course. For those who purchase Mr. World course, go back and you see it there. The margins, you should know where it should be. The paper 6x9, the layouts. Okay, that is this for your page setup. So this is it for now. If you have any question, please drop it in the group or under the comment section for my YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful day.